Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's digital plan with me. Obviously this video is going up a bit late. I have been very busy getting the 2022 planners ready to go, and it has definitely been a process. There are some huge changes coming to the planners. I honestly am so ridiculously excited to share them with you guys. I feel like this new line of planners is everything I've done in the past all rolled into one. I've been digital planning now for over a year. I've created several different planners, and I've really thought about, what really works in a digital planning system, what I feel is the most functional, simple way to digital plan, and yeah, I am beyond thrilled to share these new planners with you guys. I will be sharing some sneak peeks very soon. I'm making really great progress with the planners. I did the math earlier, you guys are gonna think I'm insane, but there are 288 different versions of the planner that are coming out. 288 PDF files I need to create for this planner launch, which I know sounds totally nuts, and I've got 56 of them done. Granted, once I finish the foundational ones, because there's going to be 3 different designs that are going to be offered, or different themes for the planners. There's 8 different weekly layouts at this point. The number keeps going up, but there are 8 different weekly layouts, and then each planner is offered in a Monday start month with a Monday start week, a Sunday start month with a Monday start week, and then a Sunday start month with a Sunday start week. So if you do all the math and everything like that, there are a lot of different versions of this planner. I am wrapping up the portrait version of the planner, and I'm getting started on the landscape version of the planner. So that's where I'm currently at with the planners, and along with the planners, I'm going to be releasing some little extra things that will automatically be included with the planners. I do not think I'm going to be releasing the January kits along with these planners. I honestly don't think I'm going to get to the January kits until December, unfortunately. It's taking everything. Every ounce of time I have is going to this new planner line. I'm testing out the planners, making sure they're working properly, all sorts of things. So I don't want to be rushed and just throw the sticker kits together. So I'm just going to give myself a deadline of December, and then hopefully in December I'll be able to kind of catch back up, because I like to release my sticker kits 2 months in advance. So typically in December I'd release February kits as well. That probably won't happen. We've got lots of birthdays, Christmas coming up in December. December's always a busy month for us. So I'm thinking I'll probably release the January kits in December, and then the February and March kits in January is what I'm thinking. This new planner line is going to have all sorts of different accessories, add-ons, all sorts of things. So it's been a labor of love, but I have been loving every single second. I talked a little bit on Instagram about entrepreneurship and my experience with it so far, and I didn't necessarily go on there to complain, because in all honesty, I love work. I love working. Working makes me very happy, but I teeter on the edge of it being damaging because I can be somewhat of a workaholic, and I didn't have to sign myself up to create 288 different versions of the planner, but I don't know, once I got the idea in my head, it was hard for me to let go of it, and I just wanted to go all in and get it done. So I've been busting some butt to get this done, but I am really excited about it. And I mentioned on Instagram, because I get a lot of questions pretty frequently about entrepreneurship, what it's like owning my own business, what it takes to, get your own business going. And I've also had some questions about, like, oh, now that you quit your full-time job, like, are you doing some things for fun? Like, what are you doing in your free time is a question I get a lot. And I do not have any free time whatsoever at this present moment. It really stinks having to say no to social outings and things like that. I feel really bad about it because I get asked to like go places and do things, and I have to say no a lot right now. But I know it's temporary. I know this is like very much a push season, so I'm just trying to be as honest as I can with my friends and family about just where my time is going right now and just needing to be all in with this project. The 2022 planners obviously have a deadline. I want to get them up before the new year, but ideally in November, because I'd like to give everyone plenty of time to set up their planners. So my big goal is to finish the planners before Thanksgiving. That's my goal. I don't have a specific date yet. My tentative goal date, I can tell you, because I usually do all my new releases on Wednesdays. So my tentative goal date is the 24th. My push goal date is the 17th. And I did break down all of my big tasks, all my big projects into smaller itty bitty pieces, because honestly I was getting really overwhelmed thinking of everything that I needed to do. And so it helped a lot to break down all those big things into small pieces and get little bits done each day. Like I was going into a day being like, I'm going to get the whole, version of this planner done today. But that's 24 different versions of a planner. Updating a version usually takes me 20 to 30 minutes. So if you do the math, that's not going to happen. It's not realistic. So I have other things I have to do too. I'm still a mom, I'm still a wife, I have a house to take care of, I need to take care of myself. I have YouTube stuff, which I've been honestly kind of slacking on lately just because the priority has been Etsy. So I still want to get videos up for you guys, but they've just been a little delayed. My filming schedule's been a little bit off and all of that. I'm hopefully going to make up for it this week. I have a lot of videos coming out this week because it's budget week. I'm putting our November budget together and then also sharing my November plan with me, which I had hoped to get up last week, but that just didn't happen. And then this video is late, so I think I'm actually supposed to have, I put it in my planner here in a little bit, but I think I'm supposed to have like a video every day this week. So anyways, YouTube has been like still a priority, but my videos have been a little bit more scattered lately. So as an entrepreneur, as a small business owner, one thing I've learned, and what I feel is like the greatest con, I guess you could say, of it, is that you don't get paid sick time. You don't get paid vacation time. I literally do not have a single solitary person in my life that I can turn to and say, hey, I'm sick, can you, take over this project for me? Everything that I do is on me. I have to be the one designing the planners and all that kind of stuff. Andrew's not familiar with the software. It takes a lot of attention to detail. It takes someone who's got experience doing all this to do it. So the only person I can depend on for that is me, myself, and I. So whereas with my full-time job, if I was out sick, I could have a coworker take over all my appointments for that day or whatever it may be. So if you kind of compound that with working 12-hour days, which literally I've been doing, but again, I feel like it's very temporary. I think it's literally just because I'm in this season where I'm trying to push and get all these planners up. And this is the planner system, you guys. Like this is it. Like I applied for a trademark for this planner system. And like I said, it's naturally evolved into what I'm about to release. It's very exciting. It's very different from what I've released in the past. Some of the weekly layouts are the same and all that kind of stuff, but you guys will see very soon. It's quite different. And I actually have an appointment with an attorney this Wednesday to go over my trademark because we're in the process of getting it approved and all that kind of stuff. So this is it. Like this is the system. So I'm putting everything I have into this system because my hope and my dream is that this will be like the planner that I reuse and just tweak a little bit here and there, offer different design themes, because this is a planner and it's a build your own planner. So this is a planner where there's going to be a lot of add-on accessory type of options where you can really make it your own, but without the hassle. There's like hardly any work involved in building your own planner. It's going to be a more affordable option. My planners have been on the higher price point side because of everything they include. They've been very, very labor intensive. These planners are labor intensive by far, but when it comes to updating them, it's not going to be so bad. So I'm going to start working on the mid-year or July to June version of the planner in January. Like, I'm going to start putting that together in January. So that's going to give me, I hope to release them in May. So that's going to give me 5 months to get it done, but there's 288 versions of the planner that I have to do. So if you kind of break it down by week, my goal is to like get one done a day, which I should be able to do. It's 20 to 30 minutes, but I plan to do that moving forward, like start working on things months in advance. I started working on this planner line for the most part in October, because towards the end of September, I was focusing on the December sticker kits. And so I've been able to accomplish a lot in a short amount of time, but it's been a lot of work. Not getting enough sleep, having to say no to outings with friends and family and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, any spare second that I get right now goes towards my family, my kids, spending as much time with them as I can throughout all this, which honestly has been going pretty good because Andrew does still work part-time. And so when he's at work, I'm automatically with the kids. And it's been great because I'm able to really shut off the work mode and be present with them, because I just miss them like so much throughout the day when I'm just working nonstop. So when I'm with them, like I am 110% with them. I have not been getting on social media hardly at all. I don't really, my phone's on Do Not Disturb like all the time right now. But that's just, like I said, it's just temporary. Once these planners are launched, and really I feel like once I'm at the point where I'm releasing March kits, like I'm kind of ahead of everything again, I feel like I can kind of take my foot off the gas a little bit. But right now it's been a lot. So that's been like the main thing I've learned about owning your own business, is that it takes some sacrifice. For sure, it takes a lot of hard work, but I love it. That's the thing. It's like, if I didn't love what I'm doing, I would definitely go find something else. But the fact that I'm so passionate about this, like I'm so invested, I'm so passionate about what I'm putting together. These planners are like, oh, I really can't wait to share them with you guys. I really, really cannot wait. There is nothing like them in the market right now that I have seen. I have, done searches for digital planners and stuff in the past, and to my knowledge, there's not anything like this on the market currently. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to offer kind of a one-of-a-kind experience that may not be everyone's cup of tea. There's so many options out there for digital planners. It's a very large market. If you go on Etsy and you search for digital planners, lots and lots will pop up. But this is just kind of how my brain works, and that's how a lot of my products actually come to be, is I think about not only my customer feedback, because your guys' feedback is extremely important to me, and I take your requests and everything very, very seriously. I have a whole journal full of a whole list of requests and things like that. I have to prioritize, so some things take longer than others, but I think a lot about like how I would use things and what I feel I need, like what's missing from my planning experience, like how things would work better. I like to make the user experience as simple as possible. So I've said many times that my like rule of thumb is 2 clicks at the most to get where you need to be in the planner. So I have that in mind. I have affordability in mind. I have being able to customize it to really make it your own. This planner is going to offer a landscape and portrait version and like a kind of a combination of the two. It's pretty intense, you guys. It's very intense. And like I said, there's other components beyond the planner that are going to be introduced as well. And so there's a lot that I'm working on. So once I finish the landscape planners, I'm going to have to start working on those little extra pieces as well. So anyways, I wanted to give you guys just a really good update, a really detailed update on where I'm at with the planners. I would say I'm 50% of the way there. The portrait planners have gone through some revamps a couple times because as I've like been creating them and stuff, like I've gotten different ideas and I've changed things. The design theme has changed multiple times. And so now that that's more finalized, I don't have to really go through that like more brainstorming process with the landscape planners. I know exactly what I need to do for those. I am going to monkey around a bit with like the layout of the pages and where I want to put links and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like the landscape planners will come together fairly quickly. In fact, I'm hoping to get them done within the next week or two at the most. And then I'd like to have 2 full weeks to create the other components for the planners. So like I said, my push date, I'm looking at my calendar now, my push date, I'm hoping to have the landscape planners done by the 3rd of November. And then my push date is to get everything released by the 17th of November. And then the 24th of November at the latest. Now I did, like I said, I mapped out all my big projects, broke them down into little pieces. So if things get delayed at all, then that's obviously going to affect those dates. So this is assuming that life is like, you know, kind and that there are no wrenches thrown in the mix. We do have some stuff going on in November, early in November. My sister's coming into town, so I don't really know the specifics of what's going on with that. My grandmother's birthday is at the beginning of November. So we do have a couple things going on where I might not have as much time to work, but assuming all goes well, that is currently what's happening. I don't want to say that those are definite dates. I just want to let you guys know kind of what my plan is and where I'm at with everything and when you can tentatively expect stuff. So yeah, so I'm hoping November will be the big month where all the planners are released and all of that. There will be stickers of some kind in November that go along with the planner, so just keep that in mind. So you're not going to be totally in the dark, like no stickers whatsoever, but the January kits, I do not feel confident I will get to that until December. Hopefully early December, because if I do launch the planners by the 17th, which is like the dream, then I would think by December 8th at the latest, I would have January kits released. So that would be amazing. You guys will get kind of a taste of what the kit reformats will look like too with the big planner launch on the 17th. Because, I guess spoiler alert, there will be stickers that match the design themes of the planners that are offered. I won't let you know like all the specifics, but there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot, you guys. So I know this is such a tease and everything like that, but I just had to talk about it because honestly, it's been a super exciting process. I know I've been really quiet, like in the Facebook group and on Instagram, and just know that it's because I am hard at work. Like I am like so like zoned in, working every second that I can on this and triple, quadruple checking my work. It requires so much focus, so much attention to detail to create these planners. And so I just have been putting all of my energy towards that for the most part. 90% of my energy is going towards my work right now. And then 10% of it is going towards my family, I feel, because I'm working like 12 hours a day on work, and then a couple hours a day with my kids and with Andrew. Andrew is a trooper. He has been handling things so well. Like, he's been on top of all the house stuff, meal planning, cooking, all that. Makes me tea like every single day. I am so thankful to have such a supportive husband who believes in me. Like, I feel very blessed for that. We went to church. That's the other thing, is that we have non-negotiables. So I have, when I'm in work mode like this, my non-negotiables are that I always have dinner with my family, no matter what. I never work during dinner time. I always take a break then. I always tuck my kids in at night. And then we go to church and we go to Bible study. Those are like commitments that will not ever falter, regardless of like how busy I am. So at church, we've been talking about how busyness, and how one of the 10 commandments that God gives us is actually to rest. He created the Sabbath, the seventh day, where he commands us to rest. And it was very, very eye-opening, very convicting. And I definitely need to implement a Sabbath day into my life. So I think that's something that we're going to do too. I'm hoping at some point to just work 5 days a week. That would be ideal. Take weekends off, or Andrew usually works weekends, so maybe even just take one of his days off during the week off together. But I'd like to take Sundays off completely from work and all of that. But yeah, it's so good. If you want to watch the messages from my church, you can see them at ccv.church. So good. If you struggle with this at all, if you struggle with like just feeling so rushed all the time and busy all the time, which I feel like is just like ingrained like in our culture, really. It's like, the pastor Ashley was even talking about this, like how we wear our busyness like badges of honor, like, oh yeah, like I'm working 12-hour days. And when I talk about how often I'm working, I'm not tooting my own horn or anything like that. I'm just kind of sharing my reality. I don't feel proud of the fact that I'm working so much. It's not healthy. It's not something I encourage at all. But it's just kind of a sacrifice I'm making temporarily for now that I do not intend to continue. As soon as I get a chance to have more balance in my life, I will be taking that chance, even if it means that some things take a little bit longer. I am such like I want to get it done now type of person. I struggle a lot with patience. I have to pray all the time for the Lord to make me more patient, because it's something that I truly struggle with so much. And when I get an idea, I just want to jump into it and get it done. And it's hard for me. It was hard for me to come up with my list and break things into little pieces. I'm like, really? I'm only going to do 8 undated planners a day? But really, like, if you saw my list on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. But I had 24 planners I needed to update that were from the undated version of my planners. That's the other thing. There's dated and undated. And there's 24 of them total. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get them all done in a day. And Andrew's like, why don't you split it up? That way you can get a little bit done for this and that, because I was stressing about the 24 planners and thinking like, oh my gosh, that's like delaying my progress with these other things. But he's right. Like, if I split things up, then that gives me time in my day for other things. So anyways, I don't know where exactly I was going with all of that. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of share a little bit about my experience. A lot of you guys were really interested in me sitting down and sharing a video soon about how entrepreneurship is going for me, what I've learned so far. And so I definitely plan to film a video soon for that. Probably I won't get to like extra videos, honestly, probably till after this launch. But that is something I definitely want to share. Something that was very eye-opening to me, because when I first quit my full-time job, I did think foolishly, even though I had all these planners to create. That's evolved over time. Originally, it wasn't as huge of a project as it has become, but I did think I was going to have more time, and that just hasn't been the case. And so that was sort of disappointing, but I just keep reminding myself of like, that's the season I'm in. Like, I can start working on the 2023 planners, you know, I'll probably start working on those in June of 2022 and get them up and launched ideally in like October, you know, next year. So I'm just up against kind of a really fast approaching deadline, and so the pressure is on. Like, I cannot believe that we are heading into the last week of October, which I should mention, I used the Spooky October sticker kit for this week's weekly spread. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna jump off now, stop babbling. It's about 10:30 at night. I have a couple things I need to get done. But again, my apologies that my videos may be a little all over the place. I try to get them up by 7 a.m. Arizona time, which I believe we're on Pacific right now. I try to get them up by 7 in the morning, but no guarantees at this present moment in time. I might be struggling a little bit with that, so just bear with me while we get through this busy season. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to catch all my future videos. I will be filming a day in the life today, the day you guys are seeing this, and then that will go up Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. Maybe I'll do some sneak peeks or something like that during that video. But anyways, yeah, I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. I hope that all is well, and I will chat with y'all later. Bye!